All right, we're recording. What's up, you guys? Hey, have you ever noticed when you leave the camera at home, that's like when crazy shit happens on your ride? Actually, the funny thing is that's one of the reasons why I just record every ride now. It's almost like bring an umbrella with you so it's a nice day. And I have a lot less shit happen to me, I think, when the cameras are on. But this video today is actually about two stories that happened when the cameras were not on. And I'm kind of pissed about it because they would have been excellent clips to have. They're both road rage stories in which I was a participant in said road rage on the bicycle. And so I'm just going to let past Quinn tell the story. I told the story on the bike. I don't know, sometimes that's interesting. I could revoice over it, but why? Because I was so passionate at the time when I told the story. So we'll just get right into it. I was going to pick blackberries. I was like, oh, I took this bike. And I just took a Ziploc, or I don't even remember, okay? I went across town where I used to live, where there was a trail that had blackberries 12 feet high, and I was the only person that could pick them above, 7 feet high or something. And so I could fill a bucket in like 2 minutes because I could just get these big fucking huge berries no one else could reach. And so I was like, I'll go check that out. That'll be what I'll do today. And it was like a Saturday probably breaking one of my rules, I don't know. And so I'm downtown, at the top of the hill downtown, where Willachet turns into Pioneer and Grandview intersects it or whatever, and I was gonna go over to Stinson. And so I passed all the cars, because they were all stopped, because they're cars. Cars like to sit there. And I got up past the intersection, I got to where I was coming to the light at Grandview, or whatever it's called there. And it goes down the hill of Pioneer in front of me, and I was gonna turn left and go over to Stinson. And so I got in the lane after I passed Kimball, got behind a van, and followed that van to the left turn lane, and then we turned left. And then this big truck probably a 10-ton box truck. And I think the weight limit on that hill is 5 tons. Maybe he was a 5-ton box truck. I don't know. But anyways, it's gross. I don't know how that works, right? I don't drive. My truck's a 1-ton. It has a 5-ton engine, but it doesn't matter. It's a 1-ton chassis. I'm pretty sure the truck's going down the hill illegally. But he decides to yell out his fucking window at me. I'm already turning left. I'm already going away from everybody on a little side street to go over to Stinson. And this fucker yells out the window, "Use the sidewalk!" And so I turn around, I just lean over my shoulder and say, "Fuck you." And he's like, "Yeah, fuck you." And so I did a Yui. And he starts going down Pioneer illegally. And I rode down the center line and cut up to it. And I'm not saying I'm innocent in this road rage story, okay? Mail me a ticket, whatever. So, right on the center line. Now, bikes can move as far to the left as they need to safely ride. And I was passing these slow fucking cars, so I don't know. I've got a legal leg to stand on, in my opinion. I was definitely not giving a fuck about the law at the time. And I've been around the block. I knew that this guy would swerve at me. He'd see me coming in his mirror. Because I'm the size of a fucking moose on a giant red bicycle, he's not going to miss me approaching him. I knew he'd swerve to the left. And so I didn't just ride down the center line. I rode down the center line like a fucking maniac, swerving around. So the cars coming up the hill moved to the right. And they all did. And so when he swerved on me, right on cue, I just used that extra room that I had sign languaged the people coming up the hill to give me, and I was right there at his fucking mirror. I told him,
I asked if he had a fucking problem. He said, yeah, he has a fucking problem. I said, why don't you pull this fucking truck over and we'll talk about your fucking problem, you bitch. And he felt very violated that his anonymity was broken. It's funny how that works. Try not yelling out at your window at individuals and you won't have that happen. And tried to grab his radio to, I don't know, they usually, when I experience people in trucks, try to have dispatch call 911 for him. But he couldn't even, you know, he couldn't even think. He couldn't tell me no, he couldn't tell me yes, he couldn't drive the truck anymore, he couldn't radio. And then so, conveniently enough, there was traffic at the bottom of the hill because they had the road to the left closed, and that's the direction I was going. I was gonna take a left and go look for my blackberries. And so this guy gets to the bottom of the hill and he has to stop and he has to go right, which may or may not be where he was going. It doesn't really matter because it's not where I was going. And there was a cop right there at the bottom of the hill on foot. I see the cop and I start going towards the left where it's closed, and I go, hey, how's it going? And he goes, good, how are you? I'm like, oh, pretty good. I go right by him on the sidewalk. Course clear. It was just hilarious. I just laughed the whole rest of the day. Actually, I was looking over my back for a fucking box truck, to be honest with you, but I still laughed quite a bit. The place I was going was like a little pole line trail that you could not, you know, once I was there, I was good. So, but it was pretty funny. And so I left that guy wet in his pants, holding his dick, had no idea what the fuck to do. And there's a cop there. So like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna tell the cop what just happened? Is he gonna just, you know, just turn right and pretend nothing happened and then cry? I don't know what the fuck, but it was really funny. It was really, really funny. You win some, you lose some. I won that one. I always thought it was funny when commercial drivers show their dick like that because they're gonna lose their fucking job, you know? They're driving someone else's fucking truck, they've got a license they can't afford to lose. I'm not picking blackberries, like. So the second story, I was still fresh on the first one, to be honest. It was a few days later, maybe the next time I rode. I actually asked this guy, like, the fuck he was thinking. But we're on this road, okay, but like towards the corner all the way up at the end of the valley. And this Amazon truck was behind me like an idiot, and they finally got the balls to pass me, and then they immediately stopped to turn left. And so I couldn't even go around the Amazon truck. I had to stop. Maybe holding up 6 cars or something. The last car in the line was this little Camry, and he honked at me like as hard as he fucking could. And I flipped him off, and he stopped in the middle of the road. This dude was so mad. And I said, I have this friend of mine, he always used to say we're gonna have a problem. I can't quite do it so eloquently, so it's like me mumbling something that ends with fucking problem. And he's like, yeah, I got a fucking problem with these fucking bikes. I said, pull over, we'll talk about it. I said, so what's your fucking problem? And he said, sorry, you little fucking bikes in the middle of the fucking road everywhere. And this guy was like, I don't know, 28, wearing a black t-shirt, probably in a band. Maybe he was smoking. Well, I think he still has a cigarette in his hand. So his eye level's below my handlebars in his little fucking bitch car. He told me about his problem. And I said, well, what the fuck are you gonna do about it, you little bitch? And he goes, nothing, I'm not a violent person, and his posture just collapsed. I was like, then what the fuck are you doing out here, you know? Why are you pulling over your fucking Camry and telling people you got a fucking problem? Like, what the fuck is going through your head, dude? And so this is probably like the truck driver guy. I got an idea, mind your fucking business, you know? You're not trying to fight everybody you fucking see. So I was like, okay, so you're just gonna come out here and fuck with another man's freedom. I'm literally on the slowest back road I could find in the middle of the fucking day, and you're gonna fuck with me. And he just basically was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I realize I'm the fucking asshole now. As soon as you said another man's freedom, you know, it was so funny. And I was like, well, what am I gonna do now, you know? I was like, all right, well, just, you know, fucking don't honk, mind your fucking business, okay? Because we don't give a shit about you. I literally could care less about these fucking people. I'd never want to know they exist. I'm not, like, those cars that went by, I couldn't tell you. I don't even fucking know. That's why I want to be in that frame of mind where I don't even know who these cars are. I want to just tune out here, look at the sheep. And so, anyway, that was that.
Yeah, so I'm sorry I didn't catch those on video. I'll do better next time. I'm definitely putting the GoPro on every time I go out the door on the bike now. I actually even bought a sun visor clip so I can clip it in the car, no matter what car I'm driving. Because even in the Tesla, you don't get audio unless you have like a GoPro or something going on. So I'll try and make sure I've got film running when I'm out there causing trouble. And try and stay safe, everyone. You know, people are fucking stupid, and they're all pissed off, you know, and they're pissed off because they're stuck behind a fucking Prius or a box truck or an Amazon truck. It's not fucking bikes. But for some reason, they think it's bikes. So yeah, I generally try and mind my own business. I'm totally down to try and improve cyclist-motorist relations, but generally when somebody's already fucking yelling shit at me or already honking at me, I'm not really going to try and negotiate with that person. So, yeah, fuck those people. Anyways, stay safe out there, guys, and I'll get more stories up soon. I might even do a whole video about road rage, like the science of road rage is something that's always fascinated me. I used to work with a guy, we talk about it all the time. So, stay tuned for something like that in the future. Anyways, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.